So in this video we are going to demonstrate how we can create an LWC using the VS Code editor and deploy that particular LWC to the org. Okay, so as a first step I'm in the VS Code editor, and here if we want to create a new LWC, uh, you can click on this view and open the command palette. Okay, and for the same there is one option like shortcut key, keyboard shortcut key is Control Shift P. So this particular control palette will come. So from here you can choose this uh, create SFDX create lightning web component. Okay, so I'm choosing this create lightning web component, and here you can mention whatever the name of the component. So I am mentioning first LWC component. Okay, so just after typing just press enter. So the next uh, thing it will ask, where do you want to store this one? So choose the default one, that is a force app main default LWC. Choose this one. Okay, now the VS Code editor will create an LWC with the name that we added. So as after you created this one, so on the left hand side of this LWC you can see a new sub item has been created, that is first LWC component, which is the supplied name of our LWC. Okay, so here I am going to, so mainly in an LWC there will be three components: one an HTML file, it is called the template, and the JS file, and there is one metadata, that is called meta.xml. Okay, so these are the basic files inside an LWC. Okay, so here we are in this component, we are just displaying one hello world kind of message here. So in order to do that one, in the LWC, that is in the JS file, I'm defining one simple variable, public variable, that is API. That is, this is the annotation that we require in order to define a public variable. Okay, API. So here the variable name I'm putting as welcome message. Okay, so also if we are using this API, you need to import this API from the LWC. So add API here. Okay, and inside this one we are just assigning one salutation message, that is this dot welcome message equal to, this is a sample welcome message. Okay, so this is how we have defined one API variable, that is a public variable, and we assigned one string message to this variable. Okay, and this variable we are going to display in the HTML part. So for that one, just open this HTML file. So here you can use the normal HTML, either you can use this div or table, whatever HTML you want to display. I mean any HTML tag will support inside LWC also. So the main point is like if you want to display this message inside an HTML, just whatever be the variable, and you need to include inside a curly bracket. Okay, so this way we can display a variable inside a template. Okay, so the value of this variable which is assigned in the JS will be displayed inside the LWC HTML file. So the next main component is the XML file. So this is something called configuration file. Okay, so this configuration file will this is the like this is a settings kind of file. So here there is one attribute called is exposed. Is exposed should be true. Okay, so what this means is like if we want to display this particular component to the end user, this is exposed should be true. And the next important property is the target. Target means where you want to, sorry, this is not target config, this is targets. Okay, so this target means where you want to display this particular this particular LWC inside an org. So there can be inside target, there are some sub tag. So inside target there can be many target like lightning app page, home page, record page kind of thing. So here I am going to display this particular component into an account record page. So in order to display this particular component inside a record page, you have to choose lightning underscore underscore record page. Okay, so here this is a meta file. So here first modification we have done is exposed we modified from false to true, and then we specified in which all pages or in which all parts this particular LWC should be displayed. So the value we given as a record page, so that this particular LWC will be uh, displayed inside an record page. Okay, whether it can be account record page or contact record page, anything. Okay, so next, so our LWC development is completed. The next part is we need to deploy this particular LWC. This is a simple LWC just displaying a message in the org. Okay, so as a next step I'm going to deploy this particular LWC to the org. So in order to deploy this one, just either you can use Control Shift P, this SFDX, deploy this to source. So this is again you need to either you can use Control Shift P, or you can go to the view command palette, then choose this deploy this source to org. Okay, so just press enter. So as you can see, the VS Code already deployed our first LWC component to the org. Okay, so this successfully ran. Deploy this source to org successfully ran. Okay, now we need to log in into our org. Okay, so I am going to the browser, and this is my org. Just logging into the page, going to sales or service, anything. So here, as you remember that we are asking, I mean, as per our XML page, this particular component should be displayed inside a record page. Okay, so I'm going to take any account details page, or it can be contact details, anything. Okay, so suppose I'm going to the account details page or a record page. Okay, so in order to display the in order to display that particular LWC into the record page, what you have to do is like press this gear icon, and at the below there is one edit page link is click on this one, and these are the standard component, right? But ours is a custom component, so it should be displayed under the custom section. Can you see this one? First LWC component. This is our LWC component name, right? So you can drag this particular component to any location inside the page, or if you want to display it into this in the side right hand side of the page, you can do that one, or below this one, anywhere you can drag. Okay, so I want to display my first LWC component on the right hand side. Just drag it. So this is our welcome message, right? So the next step is you need to save this one. It will ask to activate. We need to activate either org default or app default. Okay, so I am going to assign as org default, and it should be displayed both in desktop and phone. So I'm choosing this option. Next, save. So activation settings changed. Okay, now what it is saying, like our LWC component has successfully deployed, and we have placed our LWC component into account details page. Okay, so in order to show this one, you can click on this back button. It will load the account details page. Can you see this one? So this is our message that we added in our LWC, right? So this is our variable. This is a sample welcome message, and this can be shown in any account. So if you are clicking in any account, it will show it here. Okay, definitely this is a simple LWC. You can make some CSS file also, or you can use some. Here we have used only div, so instead of div you can use some lightning card kind of thing in order for the cosmetic effects of this template file. Okay, so this is how we can create an LWC and deploy to our org. Thanks for watching.